Hey, folks, welcome to the Scumdog's Kennel. I'm your host, Chris Williams. Sorry about just a surprise out of things happened today, and I couldn't basically send out any tweets on Twitter about when my live stream was going to be. But I was able to get right up here and do it right now. Now, first, but while we wait for people to gather into the chat, let me go over to and show you some of my artwork while we wait. We'll gather into the. There's this. So this is going to be good. Let me get some artwork up. All right. As I said, let me get some more artwork up. All right. What to do? Let me get this up. And get this up. Let's get you, and let's see. Who else? All right. All right, let me go over to share screen now. Well, you have people watching us. Thank you for checking in. Let me put the share screen on and we can enjoy some of my artwork. Let's see. Let's go to you. Here we have a page with Papa Snore, basically, who had been fallen into the mud after basically the Scumdogs had been through their village. You can see the expression on his face right here. Looks really angry with the mud dripping off of his mustache. His snorlings ask him if he's all right, and he cusses to high heaven. Their arch enemy, Gag the Hag, hears his curse to the heavens. And I'll have to redraw this line leading up to the word bubble because it's a little not long enough. It looks like it's coming out of her arm. But what she is actually doing is she's hearing. Well, she's thinking hopes it was something dreadful that happened to the Snores. Here we have the artwork where the Scumdogs are running past Gallbladder, the Shawishi god of war and tea time. This isn't Gaia just made up this moment and stuff like that. And stuff like that. Gallbladder. I love this picture because it has Murder Mouth turning to look at everything that's going on. We also have Serpenstein and E.T. Allen back there. Let me see all the characters and stuff like that. All right, let me see this. Here's another panel I love. Well, another page I love. It has Sloppy and Murdermouth who have been powered up. Stuff. You can see it right there. It looks pretty good. And stuff like that. I love the expressions in the art. It looks like when Sloppy is powered up, he gets tentacles around him, and Murder Mouth gets these halos and an energy field around him. Death Mug gets just an energy field and looks pretty good. I just wanted to make it more for a joke here and stuff. Looking good with the artwork. Let's see. Let's look at some more artwork. Let's go over to here and look at this. Here we have the first page of this of the Scum Dogs graphic novel. Here's the black and white artwork up for it. As I keep saying, the color is pretty good. I'll probably recolor these pages and stuff. We can make it look better. Maybe go over it with make it look far better than what we did. Let me go over here and see any chats. Not just yet. Well, right. Let's go here. All right. Yeah, I think I have that page. Here. See, this is a later page I colored, and it looks far better. Looking really more of a pro job to it, though maybe not as good as I really hoped it would come out. Some of the backgrounds, maybe I could have colored a bit better. But it's pretty good, but the faces are awesome. You see the black and white here. And you blow it up. You see that page there. You see some of the page. You see some of the art here. It looks pretty good. Gotta love where the Scum Dogs are right up here. It looks like one hell of a good landscape, huh? Let's see. And you know it's Buick Starpin because he is it's the pink pompadour hair with the little palm tree growing out of it and stuff. I keep using that joke almost every day now when I show off this artwork. Let's go down here and we can look at the cover to the first cover. Well, the cover to the Scum Dogs graphic novel. You see here, there's Death Mug, the guy in purple with the silver mask. You see Murder Mouth behind him, the blue guy with the top hat, and the pink guy is Sloppy. Well, E.T. Allen and the other guy down here are coming out. I'm thinking about, as I've said before, I'm going to maybe add a few more Scum Dogs in the background because they're supposed to be in a race here. You see them chasing down the Snores. And it looks pretty good. I love the background. As I said, the background is pretty damn awesome. Doesn't it look like the little son frowning as he watches what's going on here? Sort of a joke. This is a crazy comic book, and you'll really love Scum Dog's graphic novel when it comes out. It's not done yet. I'm still working on it, but it's coming along splendidly. Right here. Let's see some more artwork. Here's another page. Here you see Death Mug has powered himself up, and he's going ahead of them. And like that. Now Sloppy and Murder Mouth are powering up. You see getting halos around. Murder Mouth is having these halos go around him with his aura, while Sloppy is basically growing tentacles and shape-shifting. Here's another one. Looks pretty good, huh? All right. You see Murder Mouth with his gangly arms, while Sloppy just basically shapeshifts and stuff. You see Murder Mouth with his gangly arms and legs, and look at those toes and hands and claws, huh? Look pretty gnarly, huh? Look at him smiling there, too. All right. Here. Let's see. Here we have a panel. Let me go back over here. Here's this page. Here's the fully colored version of it. The color version makes it look amateurish, but the black and white looks pretty good. Though maybe I could go over and maybe give some of the characters and make a look at the characters. Otherwise, it looks pretty good, huh? All right. Go here and stuff like that. Go down another panel page and stuff. You go to this one. And we're here. The black and white looks very good. And we have this right here and stuff. As I said, the color looks more amateurish, but the black and white line art looks really good. I tried doing this as well as good, but as I said, some of my later coloring efforts look far better than what I did here. So I probably will redo this page. All right, looked at that. Here's this page. Let me go over here and see this where he's fully revealed himself. Akachi Jojo removes his skin, and here we have him. That looks like, yeah. All right, I did good. Well, it looks very good. Now let me go back over here. There. 10 minutes in. We have 2 people watching us. Thank you for checking in. Enjoy the show. We'll be in this a little while longer. Let's take a look at some of this. And here we have my best coloring efforts. With the pinups, they're my latest. They're the best colored efforts I've done yet. You see the black and white here, and comparing it looks good enough to be in a comic book. So yeah, I probably will recolor a great many of these pages as well as redoing them. But as you can see, my pinups came out great. Now, here's some of the hair metal musicians' accessories and stuff. His doctor's coat and his electric guitar. Looks pretty good, huh? Now, here, as I've said before, Hair Metal Doctor is based on Dr. Mindbender from G.I. Joe, Toe Cutter from Mad Max, and Ozzy Osbourne. I mixed their faces together to design his face, but none of these are actually what I came up with. Look pretty good, huh? All right. As you can see, here's another page of me designing Hair Metal Doctor. And here, this one has a face I did, has him with Ozzy Osbourne glasses. There's this. Let's see. Some more artwork. Right. Here are some of the faces I used to design Miss. These are sketches I did of Miss Breasty Melons. Very good, with some different hair and some faces. And here's the line art for her pinup. If I blow it up, you can see her face looks so cool, doesn't it? And I'm proud of what I did here. It came out very good. Here's the fully colored pinup. And as I've said, these pinups will be out on t-shirts from Crypto Fashion as soon as before the graphic novel comes out. So go and buy them. They're not coming out yet. I'm still working on them. But check out for a bunch of pinups on on t-shirts coming to you. You'll get, these two, Miss Breasty Melons, Death Mug, Sloppy, Murder Mouth, and Hair Metal Doctor, as well as Buick Starpoon, Girl Friday, and Roadhog as well, and other characters from the Scumdogs, or from Scumdogs. You'll love them. They'll look great. And as well, these pinups will be included in the Scumdogs graphic novel, as well as other art and stuff, how I designed them and stuff. So that'll be good. Let's see. Now, I think we'll go over to Indiegogo now. Yeah, let's go over to Indiegogo. Just get this upward here. Before I do that, let's look at some more artwork. I'm not quite done with it. I just wanted to get that up. Here we have a Hair Metal Doctor and stuff. Gotta love the pinup here and stuff. Well, I'm in some of the artwork. Let me do this for Hair Metal Doctor. You see his face? You see like that? Looks pretty good, huh? Can't tell actually what he looks like, and like this and like that. Here's his patient behind him, and while he's in the spotlight singing a song, looks pretty good. All right. All right, let's go over here. Let's go over here and stuff. Go to comics. Let's see. We'll take a quick look at this before we look at some news. All right. Let's go into bounding into comics before we do anything else. New image gives fresh look at. Doesn't look too fun. Let's try. We got this covered. All right. Two movies meant for theaters. Disney. Disney Plus is adding 6 new movies and TV, or Disney. Yuck. A beloved Hugh Jackman film is coming to Netflix next month. Deadpool 3 will probably give the Merc and Mouth a new origin story. Let's take a look at it. That and stuff. A few days ago, we learned that Deadpool 3 will be a prequel set earlier in the MCU, although little is yet known about this project, save for the fact that the character's creator, Rob Liefeld, is seemingly being left out of the production. Disney, we've now heard that not only will the film, this looks bad, not having Rob Liefeld, great, be a prequel, but it'll change the end to Hero's origin story bit as well, or at least change it from what we saw in the Fox movies. The story, for the record, was first laid out in the original Deadpool, released in 2016, presented a version of the character who, after discovering he suffers from an aggressive, incurable cancer, agrees to undergo an experiment that ends up changing his life for better and for worse. At the same time, for his entrance into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, however, things will be a bit different. Set several years before the present-day MCU, Deadpool 3 will reportedly see the Merc actively working as a mercenary assassin for the Weapon X program. At least that's according to sources close to the same ones who told us Ashoka Tano, the Mandalorian Season 2, and Ryan Reynolds had a secret cameo in Hobbs. Changing up his origin to tie in more closely into Weapon X only makes sense too, as it brings the character closer to his comic book beginnings and also connects him more with an organization that ties with many other heroes. As such, we imagine fans will be happy with this decision, especially since we're told that eventually MCU's Deadpool will turn into more of an anti-hero we're familiar with from the previous. Okay. But I still have my doubts. This looks too much like they're going to screw him up. Ever since Disney acquired the rights to the character, developing a movie based around him has proven problematic. First and foremost, the raunchy, vulgar, and at times obscenely Merc with a mouth doesn't exactly fit the company's family-friendly brand identity, which upholds up universal themes of love, kindness, blah, 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 blue, blue. Disney is not any of those things. There's things they say because they want money. They don't believe in any of that. Deadpool in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a thing which many fans have grunted to see happen for years, is also proven difficult, as his films are first and foremost spoofs of Marvel efforts. It's such, featuring the character in a story which he's designed to parody is difficult to say the least. In fact, it may just be impossible. Interestingly, though, Hollywood has tried to make a serious non-priority version of Deadpool before. Of course, this version was played by Ryan Reynolds as well several years before he would reinvent the character. But for whatever, the producers started to literally remove in X-Men Origins. This character on the big screen. Yeah. But I look at it this way. If they screw up, Disney will just get another nail in that will just be basically have proven that they can't handle such characters. If they win, I don't know. I really don't know what to say. I think they're just going to screw them up. Now, let's go over looking at some two. Let's do this. Look at this. Anything else to look at? All right. Let's do this. Let's try Screen Rant. Or maybe IGN. Let me go back over here. All right. IGN. All right. And let's see too much. Let's go over to Screen Rant. Let's see. Star Trek, how old Kirk was when he became captain in both timelines. Transformers Beast Wars reboot may be coming to Netflix. Reboot for Beast Wars, huh? Why not just make a new series and just have it called Beast something in it, huh? A reboot. I have my doubts. So let's see this. Beast Wars reboot might be in its way as part of the War for Cybertron trilogy, judging by a recent tease from Netflix. There may be Transformers Beast Wars reboot on its way to Netflix, judging by a recent tease from the company. The Transformers franchise kicked off in '84 with a tagline of vehicles that could transform into robots, and a cartoon series developed primarily to sell said toys. In the decades since, Transformers has grown into a worldwide brand that includes not just toys and cartoons, but comic books, novels, games, and billion-dollar earning live-action. Can't really say those movies are good. On the big screen, the most recent movies have been the latest in Michael Bay's series Transformers The Last Night and Bubbly's spin-off, while the small screen was hosted several new cartoons and will gain the Netflix upcoming Transformers War for Cybertron. Transformers War for Cybertron seizes the first installment of the trilogy and is set to release on July 30th. It will chronicle the beginning of the Autobot-Decepticon conflict while they're still on their home planet Cybertron. The outcome of this war will lead to the Autobots and Decepticons led by Optimus Prime and Megatron to land on Earth to begin the trilogy's second installment, Earthrise. This is a series that is sure to be the most familiar to longtime Transformers fans. Its premise is basically identical 1984 cartoon. The first trilogy chapter is titled Kingdom. Kingdom has many speculating that the show will introduce the Autobots and Decepticons descendants. The show will introduce the Autobots and Decepticons descendants, the Maximals and Predacons. These Transformers utilize animal shapes instead of vehicles and were first introduced in the 1997 cartoon Transformers Beast Wars. Now Netflix has added fuel to the fire with a recent tweet possibly to confirm Kingdom as a Beast Wars reboot. And a tweet from Netflix account, the title for Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom was confirmed, and the likely introduction of the Beast Wars characters will all but in the tweet below. And Netflix include ape and dinosaur emojis, well as phrases like "Go ape" and "Get your claws," all which appear to point to the animalistic Maximals and Predacons appearing on Kingdom, and even directly reference their leaders, Optimus Primal and Megatron, whose animal forms are that of a gorilla and Tyrannosaurus Rex. Crack the code. We've excited to reveal a title for the third chapter of Kingdom. Get ready to go ape and get your claws out. Well, the Generation 1 Transformers have appeared in countless reboots since debuting in the 1980s, not to mention those live-action blockbusters. Well, the Wars characters haven't been seen much outside of books and comics since their original series and its sequel Beast Machine. Still, though, the Maximals and Predacons may not have the same widespread name recognition as their vehicle predecessors, the cartoons are very popular and remain so today, similar to how the Transformers franchise has its resurgence when the original fans they children watched the first cartoons in the 1980s became adults. Now is a perfect time for a Beast Wars reboot to capitalize on the nostalgia format kids from the Interestingly, as the final installment of the whole Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy, it may be that in this telling, the Maximals and Predacons won't simply succeed their Autobot Decepticon ancestors, continuing the warfare on another generation, but fight alongside them beyond the title Kingdom. No other details are known about the third series, but as its conclusion of a trilogy, there's a good chance that characters from the first two series would return. As such, the Maximals and Predacons may not necessarily be descendants of the Autobots and Decepticons, but an offshoot faction appear around the same time. Either that or there's time travel involved, which isn't really out of the realm of possibility for a show where robots disguise themselves as animals and cars. In the case of a Beast Wars reboot, is truly on its way. Its fans hopefully won't have to wait much longer for confirmation. Let's see. 5 reasons new reboot will work. New parts of, let's see. 15 movies to watch if you love Pirates of the Caribbean. It will work. There will be two versions. Right now, Disney's working on 2 films, and apparently neither is a continuation of the story. This effort to make the franchise work and make positive changes, I don't know. 2 of them, you're going to screw yourself over, I think. One of the reboots will potentially star Margaret. Yeah, her, huh? It won't work. No Johnny Depp. Like him or not, Johnny Depp has been one of the main reasons why the franchise has been successful. When the first film was released, it was not clear whether the audiences would like it, but Jack Sparrow was able to charm the audience and bring it to theaters again. People might think that a version with Jack Sparrow won't work. He is the main attraction of the story. His character is one of the most famous in Disney. He has a lot of fans who are depending many Depp's return. It will work. A breath of blah, 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 fresh air, blah, 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 my ass. It won't work. It will never be as good as the first movie. Mainly because of agenda politics, and we already saw it with her here. Let's see. It will work. Good cast. My ass. Good casting. It won't work. Hustle sabotaged by Depp's fans. Sabotage by Depp's fans? Listen, we want Jack Sparrow. It won't work because Disney doesn't know how to handle such things. They didn't do it with the sequels. It will have why would it work with a female? Huh? Start from almost. It would have to start from almost zero. I'm just giving my opinions on these things because this is just this. I'm not going to really read this article. I was just commenting on it, mainly because I don't trust it. Let's see here. Let's see. Looked at this. Star Trek. How old was Kirk when he was captain in both timelines? I think I'll move on. If I want to come back to this, I will. Let's see. We can try Bleeding Fool. Cancel culture's latest sculpt. Comics bends the knee. About Dynamite now, huh? Let's take a look at this. Dynamite Entertainment, the comic book publisher of Vampirella, Red Sonja, The Boys, Betty Page, and other popular titles, is being harassed online by comic book creators who moonlight act as activists over the publisher's support of any creators who are associated with the Comicsgate consumer movement. Yesterday, writer Mike Russell, writer of comic books that sexualize the Wonder Twins, writer of comic books for DC and his Son of God, Jesus parody. He plans to end his relationship with the company as long as Dynamite was associated with Comicsgate. Well, you don't want anyone to survive, huh? You're going to get, well, you don't want to survive. You don't want to make money. So you're not going to work with anyone who actually wants to make good comic books. Comicsgate is best described as an online consumer movement, promoting the idea that the comic book industry is overly saturated and promoting political messaging that is meant to appeal explicitly to only one demographic. And those people don't even buy it. It is not interested in the medium, to the determinant of the existing consumer base and the industry as a whole. It also addresses the lack of professionalism, inclusivity, objectivity of the publishers and their employees, and accountability of the publishers and their employees when dealing and accountability of the publishers and their employees when dealing directly with the customers. Although the group's message is about making better comics, they are repeatedly accused of harassing marginalized creators of being Trump supporters because they don't treat any of the marginalized creators any differently than any other creator. They don't want politics in their comics. They just want to be entertained. Many openly hard-left activists who also work in the comic industry community have ridiculously denounced the knit group on multiple occasions and are supported by the shill media. But when Dynamite Comics recently tweeted support for Cecil and planned to put out a variant cover featuring Vampirella, Red Sonja, and Indiegogo campaign, many creators lost their minds. Cecil is a YouTube comedian, provocateur that openly brands himself as Comicsgate, and was president and CEO Nick Burka, who supports artist Billy Tucci on Livestream, hosted by Ethan Van Sciver, Green Lantern, Cyberfrog. When leftist trolls started tweeting about it, many social justice-minded creators were flabbergasted and cried that they no longer felt that Dynamite was a safe space for them. Yeah, because Dynamite wants to make money. Back the cover that caused Mark Russell to commit career suicide. Oh, Lord Cecil Templar presence. And also reminded people that Parachute is still alive. Commit career suicide. One of the usual suspects started crying about the retweet. Many creators who are both have and have not done work for Dynamite quickly virtue signal on Twitter that they would no longer work for the publisher until their association with the group was ceased. Gail Simone, who's run on Redstone and increased Dynamite's visibility, said she was very disappointed in saying that Dynamite would publish anything she didn't. Yeah. They would publish things that you don't approve of, Gail Simone, because they want to make money and you don't own the character. And you don't have the say in what they do with her, you stupid idiot. I'm not being silent for career reasons. I'm not being silent, blah, 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 blah. I'm taking a minute to process something personally very disappointing and sad. Yeah, because Dynamite wants to make money and you're an idiot. Mark Russell, the current writer on Redstonia, said he won't be continuing his relationship with Dynamite as long as they promote Comics 8 projects. Looks like 2021 is going to be a tough year for Mark. Or not, if Dynamite bins. Yep. There's Mark Russell. Carla Berchillo ended his relationship with Dynamite and said she would donate proceeds from her work on Betty Page to the Trevor Project. More idiocy, huh? Betty Page. Trans life, blah, blah, blah. The Oka Project, a weird flex since many gay creators actually support and are aligned with Comics 8 movement, and there is no evidence that any CG-related creators ever harass gay, lesbian, or trans creators unless you can't criticism as harassment these days. Yeah, they have a right to criticize these creators if they're not making good comic books. Jeez. I'm very proud that the work our team has done in the Betty Page comics series, and, well, you're an idiot. And I made a comment to them to conclude it, but issue 5 will be my last work with the publisher unless there is a drastic change in company management. You're an idiot. And you obviously don't want to make money. Where are you going to go now? The comic book industry is pretty much dead at this point. The proceeds I made from the series will be going to the Trevor. More idiocy. There were also tweets from creators, comic shops, and comic websites when they were in either relationship with Diamond. Unless something changed here is an iconic tweet, since this is the same person ready to cancel Antarctic Press Comics a couple years ago over at the Jawbreakers Comics. I would no longer be stocking Dynamite Comics titles at the store. I would encourage readers to look through the Twitter timeline of these people to see what really matters to them and knows that they certainly spend a lot of time marginalizing people they disagree with. Gail tweets times a day, so don't go too far down that rabbit hole. Most of the creators making a stink online are C-listers at best. If Dynamite Comics can simply ignore Twitter, the self-righteous W's will be moving on to their next target. Yep, there's always someone else to destroy and wrong. Think giving your opinion is no bearing on. Yep. Dynamite Entertainment hasn't committed on the backlash, and that is their best strategy. Perhaps they will ignore this manufactured controversy and let all their interior artists exit the company. Their inferior artists exit the company. Dynamite can hire some of the very talented Comicsgate artists. I've been seeing the whole world looking into the story. Dynamite's covers are already great, but most of their books' interior art could use some improvement. Let's hope that this all comes out and the dust up. Yeah, they're going to bend the knee, apparently. And now I present you, the leader of... Yeah. What a shame. They're going to get rid of it because they're that stupid, Dynamite. All right, let's go down over and look at something else. All right. Look at this stuff. All right, let's go over here now. All right, so let's look at VG 24/7. Right, we go over here. Ooh, 34 minutes in. Let's take a look at some more news stories. Here's the entire Smash Ultimate roster wearing face masks. Why wearing face masks? You want to promote it that bad? Bull. This is bull. Let's see here what to look at next. Let's try games. Biz. Games industry biz. Accept all cookies, fine. Goes to don't see anything I really want to look at. School year. Let's see. EA to update Madden NFL 21, making Washington a generic term. Washington a generic term. Making Washington a generic term because they're afraid of controversy, huh? No, they should be. What does it even mean? It's Washington. We do not want to live in a communist country. Let's go over to CNET. How to choose which TV is best for you. Yeah. All right. I think I'll look at something else. What else to look at? Let's try King Gamer. All right. All right, there's this. All right, not too much. Maybe try Cinema Blend now. All right, or let's see, let's try Cinema Blend. Maybe Game Revolution. All right. Let's see. Here's the F-Zero game. That's. Let's try. Maybe Kotaku. Yarntown is a free 2D Zelda-like remake of Bloodborne. That looks interesting. The week. Karen. Bantha Purdue. Maybe tied to a nerf herder, and I have to admit some confusion. Let's take a look at this. I'm confused about Bantha Purdue, everyone else. Bantha Purdue is the most notorious insult in Star Wars. Well, maybe tied for nerf herder, and I have to admit some confusion. Okay, so get us all up to speed. The term Bantha Purdue or Purdue is used in 3 mainline Star Wars movies as an insult or curse. First seen in Return of the Jedi is said by Jabba the Hutt. According to subtitles, it means Bantha fodder. And our tasty old friend Wikipedia identifies it as food that Bantha cat, which is apparently just like really gross, leading to it to become an insult. I have known this since I was a child because I was a very nerdy child, but I also, if I didn't pause to think about it, I also examined what anyone would assume based on the sound of the term that it means poop. Like, why doesn't it mean poop? Why wouldn't it make a lot more sense if it just meant poop? This confusion came to a head for me yesterday when I watched the latest video from the Always Interesting Star Wars Explained YouTube channel, where he explains that the caption for Bantha fodder is something of a meta joke that, of course, sounds like poop. And you are meant to mention is a rough equivalent of the term, BS. But they obviously couldn't, or just B, obviously couldn't make it actually mean that, and now thanks to the calification of Star Wars Order, there's new deep backstory for that silly joke. Calification. I mean, they want to go after even this. Disney wants to change this too, huh? With such an expert now casting the true definition of the term With such an expert now casting the true definition of the term Bantha Purdue into doubt, I'm just left turning this argument over in my head again and again. Yes, this is stupid. I get that, but I can't keep wondering what is Bantha Purdue, and it's not just me. The source of the conversation, Twitter observation that also confirmed our new editors and Bob Baby Yoda enthusiast. Ew. So I ask, dear readers, Banther Prudu, is it a curse word? Is it going to be is again? For more, make sure you follow me to is that it? So ask your jurors, Banther Prudu, yeah, is so. I ask you. Sounds like a joke, huh? And I don't trust anyone doing anything with Star Wars anymore, and this just looks annoying. All right. Let's look at this now. Let's look at this game, huh? Bloodborne is a dark and difficult action RPG set in a highly detailed world. Yarn 10 is a free indie game released yesterday that takes part of that world and reimagined a top-down, colorful Zelda-inspired adventure. Developed by Max Riz, Yarn 10 was built using the Souls engine and is a remake of Central Yemen from 2015's Bloodborne. It even includes some boss fights from the area of the original software. So I made Bloodborne, but it's just super cute, and also Zelda, it's out. And Yarn 10 isn't difficult or complex as the action in Bloodborne, but a very small game does include dodge, roll, stamina, quick silver bullets, and blood vial mechanics. You can even upgrade weapons into the Hunter's Dream, which has also been. While Yarntown is an exact replica of Central Yardham, it's got many of the same shootouts and enemies, including rabid dogs, huntsmen, and as I mentioned above, both bosses from this part. Okay. That was interesting. Let's go over to something else now. But first, let me go over here. All right. Let's go to Disney Star Wars is dumb. Let's see. Anything new? What could Rian Johnson hiding? Let's see, any other stories? Kid wants to. All right. This is a pretty big one. Shock spreads over a massive hack of political and celebrity accounts breaking Twitter. Shock, mockery, little relief how the very online on Twitter reacted to the massive hack as well. Twitter. After an ominous, slow-rolling hack touting a likely Bitcoin scam, had some of the biggest political, corporate, and celebrity names on Twitter. People couldn't help but turn into the compromised site to sound off at the moment, but the irony was spread thick and wide. But not everybody saw the humor in the moment after both former President Barack Obama, current Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden were hacked, and wondering if this was a foreign cyber attack. In the brief interim, when Twitter suspended the ability of verified accounts to post, presumably as it tried to lock out the hackers, unverified users took full advantage of their newfound power and bragged about how the tables had turned. Is at best when verified accounts can't tweet. On Wednesday, a hack involving a high-profile Twitter account led the service to suspend actively verified users. It was great. Yesterday, those people with the blue checks, those verified social media users, found themselves silenced on Twitter. Elon Musk, Kanye West, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Obama, other Twitter movie mega users had their accounts compromised. Wednesday afternoon, in what appeared to be an attempt to pull off a Bitcoin scam to snatch the bleeding Twitter blocked verified accounts from being posting messages. Suddenly, many a Twitter blowhard was blocked out. Their drivers of conversation were muzzled, and the plebs had the controls. Nature was healing it. Was a night, or at least a few hours with check marks. That sounds great. So none of these people can't basically make without check marks. A few hours. That sounds awesome. Twitter hack of and 130 other A-listers invites FBI probe. The FBI is investigating the worst security breach in Twitter 14-year history as hackers committed more than 100 high-profile accounts. The Wall Street Journal reported. Investigators discovered cybercriminals committed alleged cryptocurrency fraud Wednesday. 15th, after hackers seized control of the Twitter accounts of political figures, executives, and celebrities. Among the targets include presumed Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden, reality star Kim Kardashian, Kim, and former Barack Obama, Microsoft's Bill Gates, Interim's Elon Musk, and investors Warren Buffett. The attackers posted tweets that appeared to promote a cryptocurrency scam and posted similar tweets on celebrity accounts soliciting donations via Bitcoin to their verified profiles, the Journal reported. Interestingly, Ryan Johnson's Twitter account went missing. Shortly thereafter, Ryan popped his head up and as the Knives Out Twitter account on July 16th. Until I get my main account back on tweeting. This despite the fact that no story I could find mentioned Twitter accounts being deleted due to the attack. Every story I could find only mentioned that the Twitter accounts were taken over by or breached, not deleted. So why would Ryan Johnson play into the notion that this Twitter account was deleted due to the hack through the Knives Out Twitter account? Well, also on July 16th, purported Disney insider WDW Pro posted the following on the posted and stuff. To add further to the company's woes, the past 24 hours, there was a major breach of security on Twitter. While the news media is mostly focused on a Bitcoin scam that was part of the Twitter hack, Disney and other companies are much more concerned about the seemingly true issue that hackers had access to all direct messages on the platform for verified accounts. Good. I am also told that a small minority of individuals within the company and linked to the company through various accounts and former projects maybe I shouldn't say good, but I can only hope something good will come out of this. May have had information within those direct messages that would be damaging. Disney Legal has adjusted individuals who have had damaging information in their direct messages to delete their Twitter accounts, and at least one individual of significance was also elected to do so. There is real fear in Burbank that hackers have about the company, about individuals within the company, etc. Would be particularly unpleasant to have released into the public sphere. I hope they are released and hope something does come of this. Disney did tell Ryan Johnson to delete his Twitter account. Now, some folks some folks like Neon and Geeky Sparkles from Clownfish TV who have worked around Disney in contract capacities have stated that they feel WDW Pro to be the real deal. Others are highly skeptical of Pro. WDW Pro himself has recently posted a production-grade thread that readers can review, ultimately through readers to this blog, which will make their own determination whether or not WDW is the real deal. But what's interesting is that I couldn't find any mention of DMs being an issue with the Twitter hack in any of the legacy media articles until today. Read Twitter update on the huge hack. 8 accounts may have previously have had private messages stolen. The bad news: Twitter has now revealed that attackers may indeed have downloaded the private direct messages of up to 8 individuals while conducting their Bitcoin scam and were able to see personal information, including phone numbers and email addresses for every account they targeted. That's because Twitter has confirmed that attackers attempted to download the entire Your Twitter data archive for those 8 individuals, which contains DMs among other info. They may even have DMs that the 8 individuals tried to delete, given that the Twitter stores DMs on its servers as long as either party to a conversation keeps them around. We learned that February that you can retrieve deleted DMs by downloading the Your Twitter data archive, even if you're deleted them yourself. The archive can also include other personal information like your address, comic book, and any images and videos you may have attached to those private messages as well. The good news: Twitter claims none of these 8 accounts were verified users, such as none of the highest profile individuals targeted had their data. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending on your point of view, the good news may not matter. If DMs with that verified accounts deleted still exist with the record of other users, then the DMs of verified users could still be obtained, which would mean that the action of deleting an account may or may not have much effect, if at any at all. And this is only what has been discovered of the person and reported. told about. Who knows how long this hacking went on, to the extent of it, how many people have actively been involved. Information is still coming out. But what could be so sensitive to Ryan Johnson's DM that he would delete his account, whether of his own violation or the behest of Disney? Well, Ryan Johnson's Twitter account has been the subject of strangers outside of the silly nonsense he posts in public. In July of 2018, Deadline reported that Ryan deleted 20,000 old posts in the wake of the James Gunn controversy. Perhaps some of those DMs pertain to that. He was also accused of having purchased nearly 500,000 fake followers on his Twitter account. A few of his DMs may talk about that. But an old Reddit post from 9 months ago by a user spoke about Ryan Johnson belonging to a Twitter bullying group. User wrote, before Ryan deleted everything, Johnson was part of a very strange, insular, and deeply cruel. Part of a very strange, insular, and deeply cruel subculture that called itself Film Twitter, led by Ferrazzi, formerly of the Alamo Draft House, and a blog called Birth, Movies, Death. Film Twitter was an army of drinking buddies who would get wasted together and scream at people online all day who disagreed with their hot movie takes. Film Twitter was filled with guys like Devin Ryan, Drew McVerney, and a bunch of other guys. Among many others, they were insanely cruel to strangers that they deemed not woke enough or had bad. More of that, huh? Good. Well. More of this, not good. I mean, at least we know these guys are probably going to get, you can see these guys were all very bad guys, and hopefully their information is going to get leaked. Name calling and threats were par for the course, and in fact, they got off not just as harassing fans, but also entertainers whose work they did not enjoy, like the cast of a dumb party movie from 2012 called X, and indie filmmakers they really hurt many young artists' careers, and they go off on inflicting pain into those they saw as enemies or worse, inferior movie makers. I personally went to a couple of their meetups. Imagine 20 comic book guys getting hammered, singing karaoke, and passing around their phones to brag about the strangers they were totally schooling. Just irredeemable, vile shit from a sweaty legion of drug alcoholics. Their usual excuse for hashing people would be some nonsensical and completely return about gender or race, didn't like Force Awakens, misogyny, that or one of their buddies' news indie films sucked, bigotry. These guys spread so much hate, but would immediately retreat into "I'm being bullied" harassment when their victims dish it back. This is called cyberbullying. That can certainly cancel anything Ryan's ever written or spoke about. Kelly Marie Tran on Instagram now couldn't it. But wait, there's more. Ryan Johnson eventually had to delete all of his Twitter references after he committed to sexually assaulting a woman. They are still, however, very close friends, so far of his posting, he's a total fraud. Very close friends? Yeah, he is a total fraud. Who also hangs out regularly with a creepy criminal. The online toxicity of The Last Jedi fan base is a direct reflection of his directors and his social circle. Yeah. This guy here, he's a rapist, or rather assaulted a woman. If Ryan Johnson's DMs were stolen ever to get published, we could be looking at another 2 years of discussion for The Last Jedi, but not necessarily in a way that pleases Ryan. It was fun. Let's see, 53 minutes in. Let's go look at some of this now. Let's see. The last page is at 19,594 with 5 days left. Doing well. Doing very well. Let's see. What else to look at? Look at this. Maybe get on here. There's Two Bird and Throttle. It has 9 hours left. It's made 22,155, and its first 30 days, no less, fully funded and ready to come out. It's probably going to get another 30 days and then go in demand. At least that's what I would do. Cecil's big cover. Oh, it's still up though. It looks like they haven't decided to take it down. It's made 9,296. 500. Updates 1. Let's see what they have to say about this. We've discussed with Cecil and we are no longer moving forward with the campaign. Oh, all current orders will be canceled and refunded as soon as possible. We think, well, Dynamite, we're not happy about this. Don't close this out. I mean, it's still funny, it looks like. Let's see. If you closed it out, why can you still back it? It looks like you can still back all of this. That's strange. I mean, look, you can still, it's very weird. Very, very weird. We'll get, so there's Camel Moon, which is made 23,222, so it's doing well. Skits, The Sun, Book 1. Let's take a look at the trailer for Skits. That's Skits, The Sun, Book 1. A good-looking book. Well, you can fund it and stuff and have a lot of fun reading it. Looking at some incredibly great-looking artwork. Let's go over to something else now. Let me go back up here. Yeah, I guess Those You're Told is really ended. I guess he's not going to reopen it, huh? Well, you know, our boy Zach. Fragga Boom, Black Flag. Fragga Boom's Black Flag Pineapple is made 172,636. So yeah, it looks good. The Plot Holes continues to fund into demand, but it has not done all that great. It's done fair. The Berserkernaut continues on. Camel Moon's Hail Salad is doing good. Cyborg USA is doing well. Let's take a look at The Last Goodbye. Let's take a look at this here.
I was never one for goodbyes. Why waste your breath? The ones that love you, the ones that hate you, you'll see them all again. The same lousy people, they're always there.
All right, that was the last Goodbye, a crime noir story. It looks pretty well. It has some great artwork on it. Looks good. Go fund it if you want to. It's going for $2,000. We got 29 days left, so yeah, looks good. Let's go over here. There's Cyborg USA. Let's take a look at that. You can still fund it. Thank God.
Tina, Rufus, Bisbee, Hutch, and Captain USA are Cyborg USA, a team of soulless super killing machines working for the Attorney General of the United States of America. Hi, I'm Rob Casey, writer and creator of Cyborg USA. I've always admired the heroic determination of our USA champion athletes. About 20 years ago, I had the idea for Cyborg USA, based on those athletes and the...
Oh, what the heck. I'm just going to go over to look at something else real quick. I want to see something here. I'll come back if I want to look at that. Huh. Let's go down here. Right, there and stuff. Let's go down here again. Anything else? There's Urban Squirrel. Let's see. Let's go to T-Bird and Throttle real quick. I want to see something here. Updates. July 14th. Fully funded. Yeah, there's that. All right, let's go over here. There's lost pages. There's this. There's Ethan Van Scare's Cyberfrog 2 Wrecked Planet, which has made 1,038,768. It's been backed by 7,144 backers. Not bad. Free Cyberfrog toy for every comic backer. Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet backer and stuff gets a free Cyberfrog PVC toy, right? PVC toy. Looks pretty good. Let's go over to updates, July 17th. Yep, there's this where we talked about the PVC toys and what they look like now. You see Cyberfrog and, well, so you see his brother there. Both of them look great. This is done well. Let's see, there's a Stump 1 comic book. All Luck Comics. Ava has nearly been funded. All right. What to look at next? There's Threshers, comic book issues 1 and 2. Let's see, what else we will look at? There's the Magnificent Seven. Continue to look at this. Let me go back over here. Now we're 2 minutes in. Not bad. Let's go down over here. Let's look at this. What else is there to look at? Throttle. It's go down here a bit. All right. I guess I should maybe trying to find something here to look at. I know what to do. Let's do this. Let's try maybe looking at Cash Grab. Maybe I should look at, let's try Blade Devil first. And, all right. And that was Blade Devil. One hell of a good looking book. It's made $224,205. Let's see, Titty Tentacle Book 3, 3-book combo. You will see 3 copies of Blade Devil covering both of the main covers, plus a more revealing version of the tentacle cover, only available for this tier or higher. 119 claimed. Not bad. December 2020. Blade Devil Digital, 20 USD. Blade Devil A cover, $25. Looks good. Reasonably priced. This book looks great. Let's see what else to look at. Look at that. Maybe go down here a bit. All right. Let's see here. What other stuff do I want to see? Trying to remember a few things. Let's see where the comic books. Let's do this. Right there. Oh, Once Upon a Frying Pan. This is a good looking book. Looks funny as hell. This that was Once Upon a Frying Pan, 72-page trade. Looks like a good book, huh? Got some good looking artwork. This and stuff. It's about a guy who basically a guy who goes to hell, and in hell people are basically food is made out of their souls, and they become food people. And basically, he gains a magic frying pan that allows him to do things. Looks pretty damn good. Nice. Let's go down here. There's Cyberfrog Unforgivable Tales. Nice. There's Replicator Remastered. There's a graphic novel. Let's see. Let's go to Cyberfrog. As I said before, I like to fund this book. This is basically reprints of the Rare Hall of Heroes books from the 90s. But these are better because they're fully colored from the original line art, as well as having new lettering, as well as having 2 new covers. Here are the new covers you can get. And better is each book is $10. You can buy each one for $10 plus shipping, or buying them both for $20 plus shipping. Here, look, this looks good, huh? You can also fund for the Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet Ashcan, which collects the first 10 pages of Wrecked Planet, as well as gets the Salaman Droid Blacklight poster. You can also fund for a Blood Honey line art set of 3, the original Blood Honey book, but basically done in a set of 3 line art variants. Looks good. It's made $210,031. So yeah, it's a buttload of money. And stuff. So it looks good. It's still funding, and I do plan to fund both the Unifrog comic books for $20 plus shipping. I do want that. Did this? Now we're 10 minutes in. Anyone else? Ooh, Still no chats, but that's all right. We looked at this. That was fun. Let's go look at some other stuff. Maybe look at some video games. Oh, what's this? All right. Let's look at this stuff. There's Switch Fighter, has 5 days left, but it was basically, well, they got rid of the campaign. I really wanted this thing to get funded. Skull against the Black Prairie and Frog Song. There's Galencia Chaos Spear. We haven't looked at that for a bit. As I said, the trailer is a bit long, though, so I'll only be going to the game, to what the game looks like. This is a game designed like a 64 game. Let's go to what the game actually looks like real quick. Let's go here. Let's go over here now. Let's try this. And that was Valencia Chaos Spear. You can fund this game, digital download. This will be the digital download version of the exclusive backers only version of the game, complete with PDF version of the game's manual and other extras to be supported for continued use in the Vice emulator. November 2018. It's still fundable, so this is good. Basic cart and extras. You can get actual cart of this. It looks good. It's Galencia Chaos Spear, a very good-looking game. All right, looked at that a bit. Let's go down here. There's Disaladium, a horror game based on H.P. Lovecraft's. Mountains of Madness, video games who love old style graphic images, pixel art, graphic, and devoted Lovecraft fans. Looks good. Available May 2020. Though there's the NES and Nimbus. Let's take a look at the. Let's take a look at this. Mountains of Madness, huh?
We headed where man had never set foot before. To the most astounding archaeological find of our time. A civilization. A civilization hidden in the ice. It was then that it happened.
Oh, looks like my stereo went off. Just a moment. Let me get it back up.
Bluetooth ready for connection.
Just a moment.
Radio. Line in.
I thought I wanted to be dead. My ordeal was just beginning.
All right. It looks like one hell of a good game. You can fund it. Let's go down here. Let's see these perks. Eternal Gratitude. Digital copy, $18. Huh? DVD box edition. DVD box edition of Mountain Madness. The box comes along with a special gift. So digital wallpapers, digital copy of MOM, DVD box of MOM, digital copy of Co. Looks good. Looks very good. Mountains of Madness looks like one hell of a good looking game. All right. Now let's see. Look at some other stuff. NES and Nimbus. Let's take a look at it. Of course, you know the NES and Nimbus collects article is basically a bunch of articles about the old NES games that were popular in the 80s and 90s. It has articles on Legends of Zelda, how it was made, the gameplay and stuff, and the like, Super Mario Brothers and the like. From the author of the NES. And that was the NES and Nimbus. Back in, you'll get articles from about Nintendo games for the NES system, from articles from A to L. This is the first volume. There will be a second volume detailing everything that comes after. And as you can see, it looks like a very good book, and it's made $65. I really hope this want to help this book make it, because it looks good. All right, there's this. Looks pretty good. It's an hour and 20 minutes in. I'm going to thank you all for coming to the Scumdog's Kennel tonight. Remember, go and subscribe to Stitch Together Picks. It's a YouTube channel hosted by the Maniacal Cinephile. It's just a great channel, so be sure to go and subscribe to stitched together pics. Also, go and subscribe to Robot Co-op. They're like the art robot. They're like the Mystery Science Theater 3000. Go and subscribe to them. You'll love their live streams. They use these robot puppets and they're funny as hell. That's Robot Co-op. Also, go and subscribe to my own YouTube channel. Read Comics They're Bad For You. The there is misspelled. It's THERE. Also, go and subscribe to my channels on BitChute and Library. They're both under the name Comic Freak. Well, I'm Chris Williams from the Scumdogs Kennel. I'm going to thank you all for joining me. I'll be back again tomorrow, okay? So be sure to come back for my next live stream. All right? See y'all later, folks.